In this video, we're going to learn how to query date times in ClickHouse. We'll be working with the New York taxis dataset. I've got some of that loaded into ClickHouse already, so let's have a look at the table schema. We'll be mostly interested in the pickup date time and drop-off date time. Let's start by exploring the taxi journeys taken on the 1st of July 2015. So we're using the toStartOfHour function to round date times down to the nearest hour. And then if we look in the where clause, we're using toDate so that we can compare the pickup date time to a date literal string, so i.e. the 1st of July 2015, and then we're using toHour on the pickup date time to find times that were only in the morning. So we're going from midnight until midday. And what we learned is that it was very quiet in the night, trips-wise, and then it starts to increase as we get to about 6 a.m., peaking at around 8 and 9 a.m. But is July the 1st typical, or was that an unusual day? Let's find out in our next query. So what we're doing here differently, so we're casting the toStartOfHour down to a time. So we're just going to get the time and it's going to strip out the date, which will then give us just the times and no dates. And then if we look in the where filter, we've removed that date filter for the 1st of July 2015. And then if we run the query, again, we see the number of journeys increasing steadily in the early hours with a big increase from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. But when exactly does the morning rush hour start? We can find out by looking at 15-minute windows instead of 1 hour windows. So we're going to use the toStartOf15minutes function to round to the 15 minutes, so 0, 15 and 45 instead of using toStartOfHour. And then we're going to format that time so it's a bit easier to read. And then in our where clause, we're going to be looking for times between 6 o'clock and then we're going to go up to 9:59 and 59 seconds. And so what we see here is the surge begins at 6:30, it accelerates until 7:30, we've got the peak at 8:45, and then it kind of stays fairly steady after that until the end of the time window that we were looking at. So we know when the rush hour starts, but what does rush hour actually feel like if you're in a taxi? So that's what this query here does. So we're working out using dateDiff, the duration of the journey, which then allows us to compute the average speed that the taxi's traveling at. If we look under the where clause, we're also using dateDiff to filter out durations that are 0, basically, so removing bad data. And then finally, we're going to use the bar function to visually see how the speed changes. And you can see here, we can see it's very, very quick at 6 a.m. So we're going at just over 19 miles an hour, but it does slow down quite a lot over the next 2 hours. And by 8 o'clock, we're down to around 12 miles an hour, which seems slow, but in a big city, that is pretty standard for how slow you'll be going. And it kind of gets slower and slower as we go through the rush hour. So we've confirmed that the rush hour exists when looking at all the days together, but does it happen on weekends too? Let's split weekdays from weekends to find out. We're going to do this by using the toDayOfWeek function inside COUNTIF. And so if it's less than or equal to 5, that means it's a weekday. And if it's greater than 5, that means it's a weekend. In our select query, we then return the weekday trips. And then we're also going to compute the change in the number of trips compared to the previous window. So like how much has it increased percentage-wise from that previous 15-minute window? And then we're going to do the same for weekend trips. And you can see it comes back. So we get a big increase at 6:15 and 6:30, a little bit less at 6:45. This is on the weekdays. And then it sort of slows down and then it increases again, but only by 9 or 10% around 7:15 and 7:30, peaks at 8:45, and then it's kind of steady. On the weekends, it's a little bit different. So there is an increase at 6:30, but then it's sort of steadier increases and it keeps growing even late into the morning, which doesn't happen on the weekdays. And so that's how to do queries against date times. But how do you get those date times and dates into ClickHouse in the first place? For that, check out this video next.